Welcome back to Talon 4. Chozo Ruins. Home. At least it was before Metroid Prime f***ed everything up. Uh-oh, dropped an F-bomb in the first few minutes. Is that still a deal breaker? I certainly hope not. Boy, I gotta get a move on if I'm gonna finish this before Prime 4 comes out. I still have a slight adjustment period to these new controls. I was just looking at some of the concept art gallery. I think I can use that stuff for thumbnails. Some of the environment design, well, I guess both of them, the creature and the environment design, the concept art they redid for this, they're both really good. They did not mess around with this remaster. They know what a beloved game this is. Can you imagine if they screwed it up? We would not be on the cusp of a new Metroid Prime game, I'll tell you that. I'm really hoping at some point we get Prime 2 remastered. Prime 2 and 3 would be ideal. But personally, I like Prime 2 a lot more than Prime 3. Let's see, what do we have here? Chozo script translated. Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent. The fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory, but the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night, as a spider weaves a web. So overnight we went from good times to bad times. The good times are officially over. See if I can get all three of them here. Nope. I think that's possible with a well-placed shot. This guy didn't make it. He got petrified. Petrified. I don't have the morph ball bombs yet, do I? No. That's the reward from the incinerator drone. Incineration. Might as well do a save real quick. You never know. I don't want to mess around when it comes to recordings. Have I gotten those guys yet? I don't remember. Suppose it doesn't matter. Yeah, I got them. Oh! I always associate this game with hot chocolate. Everybody has those like food and smell associations. I must have at some point been drinking some hot chocolate when I played this. Hot chocolate and some He-Man cartoon. I remember sitting in Dad's office late at night playing this game and alternating between some He-Man cartoon. Whatever He-Man cartoon was on TV around the time that this came out. Am I going the right way here? Yeah, this is another eye laser room. That's a new one. And here's a new guy. Is it the Stony Toad? Stone Toad. Preys on creatures. Gives him the suck. Indigestible. Can't do anything with him yet. Gotta use them morph ball bombs. Incinerator drone, programmed for high temperature waste disposal. Device schematics indicate a high risk of malfunction when internal power core is damaged. Unit has minimal combat programming, but can defend itself if necessary. This drone's intense heat blasts compensate for its lack of battle prowess. Darn, almost had that one perfect. I think as soon as the head pops up, your auto target adjusts. No? Barbed war wasp. I think these guys might be my favorite ones. Get out of here. Dies echt Flammenwerfen. It werfs Flammen. Good, now we can recover from off the stage in Smash Brothers. I have a friend who's decent at the original Smash Brothers, but he never could quite get, I mean, he's a normie, he has kids, so he's, you know, he's occupied with life, so he never could quite reach the skill level of me. But he's smart, so he can see, like, when I do things. I remember the first time he saw me use Samus's morph balls. He can see when I do, like, advanced recovery, and he's like, what? He saw me do a recovery with a Falcon Punch one time and was like, dude, no way. And I taught him how to do the, he's a Luigi main, and I taught him how to do Luigi's down special recovery where you mash the button. And he can do that one. And he got to experience the joy of showing somebody else who wasn't as good as him. Actually, that's not true. His friend was better than him, and he even beat me. He only played as Samus, though, which was very frustrating. I told him, like, man, there aren't too many characters in this game. You know, you might want to try other... At least add a few more to your repertoire. He was like, nah, Samus is my guy. Huh, what a casual. He doesn't know he doesn't know Metroid's a robot. He doesn't know Samus is a cool guy. Metroid's a cool guy and has a hot girlfriend named Samus. Yeah, you like that little morph ball action there? The things you can do with the jump ball in this one. I like this room. Nice and toasty on your feet. It's the Chozo foot warmer room. I may upload some videos of Smash Brothers at some point. I know that's something that probably won't get views, but who cares? I'm not here to chase trends. I'm just here to post like a chronicle of my video game adventures for the future. It's almost like I feel like I'm putting some of these games to rest. This is your final mission. This is your final mission, Fox. Don't screw it up, all right? Whatever you say, General. Fox, get off your lazy butt and finish your mission. What would the equivalent of that be for Samus? Lady, do this and this and this. Yes, Adam. No, Adam. IMO, IMHO. In my opinion, I don't think Adam is a redeemable character. They did the wise move with him in Dread and pretty much just like reduce him to a TTS, and it's not even him for like 99% of the game. I have issues with Metroid Fusion. I love the game, it's really fun, but I think Metroid Fusion is the reason why this series was incapable of having a sequel for so long. And they made the wise decision. Now I'm gonna make somebody butt mad when I say this, but they made the wise decision to not keep her in the fusion suit. The fusion suit is ugly. It is very representative of the time period that it came out. They did a wise decision of like kind of removing pretty much everything that happened in that game. It's amazing to think that we live in a post-Dread world. Never thought we'd be able to say that. As I said, Fusion itself, fun game. Kinda shitted up the series, though. The series was irreparably shitted after that. Destroyed her normal ship. Destroyed her normal suit. began the destruction of her character because Fusion laid the seeds for other M. Samus has the same problem that Lara Croft has. No BF. No potential for BF. The mission is her. She's married to the mission. I hear some kids playing outside. My noise reduction should take care of that. Stick my head out the window. You quiet down out there! I'm trying to play video games! I'll get you crazy kids! It's Flagra. Flagra? Sounds like friend of Cthulhu. Now don't forget, Flagra himself... Oh god. Get out of the water. Flagra himself, as well as his tentacles, are a separate scan. So let's see. One of Flagra's tentacles fills this narrow drainage channel. Analysis indicates that Flagra's central nervous system is located at the base of this structure. Bug plant brain. Flagra. This mutant plant is the source of toxic water in the ruins. Flagra's growth cycle has been radically accelerated. As a result, it requires near constant exposure to solar energy to remain active. This exposure has made Flagra's outer shell thick and durable. Its lower root system is unprotected and vulnerable, however. Exploit this flaw when possible. Concentrated weapon fire can daze it for short periods. Flagra seems like he's a nightmare for a no damage run, if that's even possible. He has attacks that I swear are like undodgeable. Like the one where he swipes his scythe at you. If you can dodge that, I certainly don't know how to. My method for most combat encounters in this is just to have a lot of energy. Do the exploration and have enough health. The one boss in this game that can consistently kill me, no matter how many times I play this, is the Omega Pirate. He's even tougher in this version because they removed the Ice Pirate's vulnerability to the charge beam. So if he spawns some Ice Pirates, you could be in trouble. I love the design of Flagra, the way he has like two faces. Does it take 4 missiles to stun him? Are those power-ups chasing me down? No. It's like they disappeared. I outran them. Ew. The way his little thingies wiggle around. Oh no, there they are. They probably will be gone by the time it comes back. These cutscenes are real time. Not fake time. He's like, no. I don't think so, Samus. Don't fall this way. Ah, shit, I'm gonna have to go all the way around, aren't I? Oh no, you can get past him. I thought he completely blocked your passage when he does that. Blocks your path. Nothing personnel. This looks like it feels good. The way she's just like, oh yes. Give me that Varia suit. Bit of a different reaction from when Link puts on his masks. Wow! This, I have a false memory of there being a missile expansion down here. Yeah, that's that Mantulu. It's the Mantulu effect. Mantulino. Morphology. Pulse Bomu. I'm guessing that's poorly translated, just bomb. Bomu. Life form of raw energy. Periodically releases explosive... Wait, what was that? Periodically releases explosive segments. Pulse Bomus are energy beings, invulnerable to most known weapons. Electrical energy can harm them, however. They lack any intelligence beyond an instinctive attraction to other charged They lack an intelligence beyond an instinctive attraction to other charged energy sources. Pulse Bomus produce energy constantly. All excess energy is shed, regardless of who or what may be nearby. That means you, Samus! I don't know why, but I picture, like, some of this intel I picture being Admiral Dane. Morphology. Oculus. Wall crawler that generates electric pulses. The Oculus exposes its single eye when active. The electrical field that covers it is enough to deter most predators. If the Oculus detects anything capable of presenting a real threat, it retracts into its impermeable shell. Open the hatch, Ensign. I need to talk to Samus. Sir, you need to put on a shield before you go out there. A what? Forget that. Open the door. He uses the ship as his umbrella. A what? Fuck that shit. Open the door, Ensign. Jumps out of the ship while it's still in orbit. The cries of this dying land echo in our ears as we Chozo watch the great poison seep even further, ever further into the living pulse of the planet. The dark energy sinks into the trees and waters, devouring all life. Peaceful beasts die by the thousands. Some creatures survive, but their forms grow as twisted and evil as the force that fell from the sky. Many of these mutated monstrosities remain small enough to do little harm, but others grow enormous and threaten our very existence. One such beast defiles our sacred fountain, disgorging poison from its foul form. See, there's a word I didn't even know. Replacing pure flowing water with cascades of creeping death. Even in the face of such horror, we Chozo do not turn in fear. We are all We are all that stands in the way of this great poison, and it is our duty to contain it. I don't think I can do anything in here yet. These are super missile covers. And before you head down to Magmoor, don't forget to pop over here real quick for an energy tank. I just talked with my Smash Brothers friend recently, that's why I've got Smash on the mind. He was telling me about how he can still slam dunk. He can still slam dunk on his kids whenever they play it. I told him though, if you let him play that enough, man, that's gonna turn around. The future is a vague thing, ever-changing and always in doubt. Even if we Chozo could gain the ability to foresee the future, it would be a hollow gift, for we could never hope to control what has yet to occur. The fountain is an example of this. The day may come when its water dries up, and there is nothing we could do to stop such a tragedy. But we do know this. Unlike the uncertain flow of water, the power of our will is strong and enduring. The will of the Chozo will never run dry. I didn't know that you could actually do this the first time you encounter it. When I first played this. Actually, it may have taken me a few times. The first area where you probably learn that you can do the bomb jump in this is the energy tank in Magmoor. And this is much easier. I showed you how to do it in the original version there, but you can also do it with the jump ball. Or the spring ball, whatever they call it in this one. Can you do a triple with the spring ball? I don't think so. My timing's off. Yeah, I don't think you can do a triple. Let's try a couple more times. Yeah. I need to get to a save point so I can end this part. It's already gone on too long, I think. I just saw the sun pop through the wall. Interesting that that is still present in this game, because I remember seeing that in the original version too. It's like when it loads the room, I think is what it is. Alright, let's get down to Magmoor. Time to get all hot and sweaty. I played this game before I ever played Super Metroid, so when I heard that game's versions of some of this music, I was amazed. Oh. I like these little drawings here. They look different. I think they changed these drawings for this version. In the original, it was like a little vulture guy. It was like a Chozo picture, like an ancient Chozo picture, I think was the implication. But now it looks like one of the bugs. Now we've got orange steam. Doesn't seem quite as orange. as the original version. This is a cool looking room. These things are awesome. The magma tubes. It's time to delve into Magmoor Cavern. Zzz. Plural. Morphology: Grisby, subvolcanic carrion feeder. Carapace can be breached by missiles. The Grisby's carapace has been fused together by superheated air. This barrier stands up to everything but concussive blasts, aka missiles. Its intelligence is limited to instinctive scavenging patterns. Got a little crust this morning. These guys are annoying. These are used specifically to troll you right after you get the plasma beam because they're immune to it. Burrower, tunneling insect predator. Similar to the beetle, though it spends more time underground. It seeks seismic disturbances, then surfaces to attack. It has enough cunning to realize when something is too large for it to handle. Beyond that, it is fairly ignorant. What it lacks in brains, it makes up for with aggression. It looked like the beam... Her arm was pointing up, but the beam still went in the right direction. And here we have the namesake of Magmoor Caverns, the Magmoor. Fire-breathing serpent that dwells in lava. Magmoors prefer extreme heat zones and are susceptible to frigid attack forms. Sightless, they navigate the lava currents using their sonar receptors. Magmoors have a keen sense of smell, enabling them to pinpoint targets with startling accuracy. How do you smell when you're in magma? Suppose that's a silly question to ask in a science fiction series. And with as vast as space is, who knows, maybe there's crazy stuff out there like this. But what's even more disturbing is imagine if there wasn't. Imagine if we were the only instance of life in this universe. I find that a little hard to believe. I'm a bit of an astronomy nerd. I need to get myself a decent telescope because at the moment I've just been using a bird watching monocular. I actually took a really good photo of the Orion Nebula with it though. I didn't know you could do that. Blew my freaking mind. You just have to put it in the right spot and then set it to a long exposure. Yeah, we watching them nebulas and all that. Nebulas. So what did you think about space and all that? I was here with my main man Buzz Lightyear and we was talking about space and all that. This steam is definitely not as orange as it was in the original. Okay, isn't there a missile that you can get when you first come through this room? I think if you know where these platforms are... Oh no, you need the double jump. I think there is one that you can get if you go underneath. But just to remind myself to come back in here, I'm gonna skip that. I will sometimes skip the ones that have multiple expansions in the same room. Just so that I don't pass it up saying, oh no, I already went in there. These are still the regular turrets, right? Yeah. I think they have more. Yeah, they definitely have more HP. The ones in the beginning of the game only took 2. And their projectile is yellow. These actually are a different type, they just don't have their own unique scan log. I think there are actually 3 turret types. These are the beefed up turrets. But not fully beefed. We don't see those until we get to the phase-on mines. This is the room I was talking about. This is where you need to learn how to do this. Show you both ways to do it there. Oh man, this room looks cool. Is that a natural formation? Naturally forming hexagons. Like the one on Saturn. That's where the ancient aliens come from. They fly out of Saturn's hexagon. Ooh, it's about to get cold. Hope you brought your winter coat. What a lovely place. Her animation for that cutscene is much better in this version. She kind of like moonwalks a little bit. She doesn't quite match up with the ground in the original version. This is weird. I'm already getting used to the input delay, or the audio delay a little bit. You get used to the audio delay so that when you go back and actually play it, like on your own, it's weird. Is that just like something you have to deal with when you record like this? That the fact that there's just always a little bit of audio delay? Or are there ways to mitigate that? I know I'm not asking for like tech help here, because I'll figure it out myself, but I'm just sort of thinking aloud. I'm here to entertain, not use you as a tech support line. The important thing is that the recording has no audio delay. But for some reason, I had to plug in and unplug stuff like several times. I plugged it in one way and then there was no video and then there was no audio. Very frustrating. That's why I think today I'm just going to try and bang out this whole game in one go. I should be able to. Oh no, let's read this one. The Shegoths are important. Baby Shegoth, glacial predator. Ice shell protects vulnerable dorsal area. Young Shegoths grow a resilient shell of ice on their backs, which serves to protect a layer of vulnerable flesh. With this being their only weak point, baby Shegoths will turn quickly in order to not allow predators the opportunity to strike at their backs. In order to deny predators the ability to strike at their backs, I think would be a better way to say that. Powerful hunters, they fire bursts of ultra-cold gas at potential prey, then feast on their frozen victim. I should narrate this like it's an Animal Planet documentary. I remember watching those really stupid, like, what would animals be like in the future? And it was basically this kind of stuff. Just people using their imagination to come up with crazy ideas for animals. There was another one I want to say that was like... It was like they dispatched some sort of research robot to a different planet, and we followed from the perspective of these little robots. They almost kind of looked like the robot, the Emmys from Dread. I think that was an old Discovery Channel. I don't want to say documentary because it was science fiction. That channel used to be my jam. When I came home from school, I'd watch Animal Planet and the Discovery Channel. Chozo script translated. As the great poison reaches ever further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of despair. Before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart, we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder, though, even when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple and the cipher itself prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swells within the ground, threatening all life? Okay, I can't get up there yet. I think you have to keep going this way. But then, in our darkest hour, I shitted and farted. So many creatures suffer beneath the blight upon the land, and we Chozo are no exception. But for all our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. We have come to believe that a time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day, a savior will come and continue what we have begun. For that savior, we will leave our ancient weapons and armor. The soul who can gather them will be the entrusted one. The soul who can gather them will be the entrusted one. The only being who can reverse the evil that grows here. Alright, you better remember to cut this out. Oh, I might need to stop this recording soon. Shit. Better hurry up. Okay, now resume. Resume from this point. Oh, what was that? Just saw the whole screen flash. Is that from the She-Goth or something? What on earth is that? Boost ball. Boost your ball. And this here's the sanity clause. Are you kidding me? There ain't no sanity clause. Well, you know the kids love Groucho Marx these days, man. Kids can't get enough of him. I joke about that, but I think the youth would get a kick out of Groucho Marx. Old is new a lot of the time. He's pretty funny. I've been very surprised sometimes when I talk to like Zoomer coworkers and they know things about old stuff. One of the silliest things you can do in life is to be like, all old thing good, new thing bad. Kids these days, am I right? Kids these days are smarter than you think. Oftentimes smarter than you. Their little brains are designed to function in a world that moves much faster than we did. But the flip side of that is I think we can teach them how to relax a little bit. Slow the pace of life down a bit. Okay, gonna break here and we'll be back soon with more Metroid.